Hi there, this is Joanna, and today is the live about Peru. This is the fourth live in English, and today the topic is business. Business in Peru, or charity organization in Peru. I will tell you that as well. I will tell you basis, how it works here, but all the formalities, if somebody really wants to start with the papers like residence and everything, I will do it in another part, another live, another transmission. Yeah. And my child is disturbing me. Yeah. All right. First, I want to tell something about me. I'm Joanna CHOŁUJ, Joanna CHOŁUJ in Polish. I'm Polish. I live in Peru. I've been living here for almost 3 years, so I know something. And I will do also a little update about my own foundation, so charity organization, which is called Gaiosofia. But basically, I have 3 brands, and what I do the most is Viedma in Peru, which means the coach, spiritual coach in Peru, and I do online everything which is like coaching sessions, consultations, and I also do the holistic analysis, which is very helpful to you if you want really to understand what is going on in the world. So you really need to understand yourself, your codes, your own matrix, your own settings, your own astrology, numerology, and so on. And I do it holistically, so you do not need to go to different people for everything. And I will do it just holistically, everything for you in one package. But basically, I'm always saying the answer is inside yourself. So find yourself, find self. Nobody will give you the answer. There is nobody which can be your savior. It doesn't exist. And also you will not have any kind of path, spiritual path that will give you all the answers. The answers are inside yourself, so you need to find out really who you are to know what to do and how to solve your problems. So I help with that, but I also have the other brand, which is Gaiosofia, and about that. Peru is specific. I mean, all the Latin America is it's a specific mentality, and of course every continent has its own mentality, and I've been talking about doing the comparison, and I think it can be interesting for people who really, everybody is traveling a lot. So first, watch my others lives, and all the lives are in playlists in my YouTube channel. Oh, my cat is here. Hello, cat. And I will put it here in the comments, the link to my YouTube channel, or if not, you can find it in the link in this Facebook profile. Yeah. So I've got the charity organization, and I wanted to have the foundation, but the law here is not exactly the same like in Poland, Europe. So I had to go for something which is called association, asociación, and it's sin fines de lucro. Entonces, so it means, I shouldn't switch to Spanish. So it means that it's a charity organization, but it gives me more freedom. I can also have kind of commercial activity. I can sell my books, and I can do consultations and everything. So right now I'm in that, and My shop online is already working with PayPal if you want to go and do payments like that, but I want to do more like direct payments to using the credit card and so on. So we are working on that with my IT guy. Those are formalities, yeah. Basically, the project I'm doing right now, it's the school on the beach. That's what I want to do. I want to kind of play in English, play in French, but I also want to do lots of kind of integrational activities. It will be in real life at the coast in Peru. So if you are somewhere here, I invite you. If you are in the States, you can come over. The place is called Cerro Azul, and it's near Lima, so the capital. And we are going to do projects over there. We are going to do also concerts and some playful activities and so on. In Polish, Spanish, English, French, whatever comes. So it will be that, connected to Gaiosofia Foundation, yeah. And for November and December, I plan to do the workshop, and it's called the Mystical Workshop in Peru. So the information also will be given here in the link in comments. So check it because there is everything, detailed plan and so on. But basically the workshop is all about how to get back to yourself. That's what I do, yeah. But in the group, and so we will do ceremonies and we'll work with 4 elements, and it will be all about also it will be a journey to kind of put yourself together, your 4 elements inside you. Everybody has 4 elements. I know we've got the most water, but everybody has lots of archetypes, roles inside, which are translated into talents and capacities, yeah, but also into energies. So if you are a woman, you've got lots of feminine energy and so on. And people have problems with that. They don't know what's going on and why their life is such a disaster. But sometimes it's all about energy and not living the life you need. Yeah, you just don't know yourself. And the fact is also that all the indoctrination in the world and all the matrix makes you kind of separated. Yeah. You don't really understand your feminine roles, masculine roles, and I'm not talking about roles like mother, but those are archetypes that in fact everybody has inside and needs to understand. Yeah, how to really be, live a good life, I would say, yeah, but as well, yeah, how to improve your relationship or be better at your job. That's that. Okay, so what about business in Peru? I think it's a little bit difficult here in Peru, in Latin America, but depending also who you are. There is such a policy that that you can move between countries here in all Latin America, meaning that that, for example, if somebody is from Venezuela, can enter and the government will support him more, like even in a social support, yeah, with money and so on, and papers. So that's that. But if you are from the United States, for example, or from Europe, or from any other country, it's a little more complicated. So I will talk about it apart, like later, about really what you want to do for papers if you want to stay, if you want to stay legally or illegally, which is fine. When you leave, you just pay the fine, and it's not really like in the United States. It's easier here. But let's talk about not contracts, job, but let's talk about business and all those charity organizations. No, so first thing, like I will talk about it apart, but you can also join the charity organization yourself, yeah, become the volunteer, and it will be your kind of passport to come here to Peru, for example, or any other country in Latin America. So that's a way. But if you want to have something on your own, like your business, your company, or your charity organization of your own, okay. So first, those charity organization is a little bit like in Europe, so like all over the world, that you've got the basic law saying that there are foundations, and then there are types, and there are those associations, yeah. And the difference is that in foundation there is one president, and kinda you can be independent, and then there are councils inside, yeah, depending on what you want. But possibilities to do something with that in Peru are minimum, I would say, in comparison to Europe. But for associations, I don't know if it's the same translating as society, associations, yeah. Charity associations, there are different types. There are charity, and there are those which are kind of profitable, yeah. Those are simply, you need to find another person, at least two people together, need to get together to do the association, or more, yeah. And when you do that, and you are kind of, one can be president and the other vice president, but normally you are equal, and that's a problem. In foundation, if you are president, you decide, yeah. But in association, you need to vote and so on. But basically, for example, this charity, charity association here, it basically works like foundation in Europe. So you need to kind of, if somebody is interested, I've got because there are files online, and they the government provided. So you need to read. There is in English as well. What suits you? Yeah, but it's possible. But what is the problem? For foundation, you can do it if you are. You can do it easily if you are even a foreigner, because you don't really need it here to have a passport or even the residence. You don't need it. You can do it or what is called the carnet d'extranjería. You don't need it. You can do it with your foreign passport. You can come here if you have funds and you want to do something good for Peru, for example, or I don't know, you want to protect Amazon forest or Andes, or I don't know, whatever, and you've got funds, you can perfectly come here. You just find a lawyer, find a notary, find offices like that, and you will do it. It will be fine. And you can enter your, there is the whole journey of kind of to not to pay taxes and so on. It's not so quick, but you can do it simply on your passport. If you want the association, you need to connect yourself with somebody, but as well, it can be 2 foreigners or 3 foreigners or whatever. For example, if you live here and you've got your contract, foreign contract, you can have the foundation or association, and you can do your charity work, or you can do any other kind of work, because associations are work associations. You can help people with, for example, people who are coming from abroad. If you want to advise them for free or not for free, I don't know, you can do it, and you can do it based on your passport. You don't need really residence. The thing is that if you want to yeah, if you that's for everything which is charity, pure charity. But then if you want to join it with a part of commercial activity, and here are taxes included and so on, it gets a little complicated. So it's much better, and I think it's possible. But it's much better if you get joined, put yourself together in that association with somebody from here, some Peruvian person. But be careful, because you cannot trust anybody. And if you choose the notary or the lawyer, just choose somebody from Lima, the capital, or just get to know somebody, I don't know really, that is connected to Europe or the United States, so that you can verify that person, because there is also lots of, I would say, cheating here. In all Latin America, maybe I think maybe it's the same. I think everything is so legal here, and here not really so legal. And I've seen that in Asia as well, and I've seen that in Africa. And I haven't been to Africa, but I know I have friends over there. So it's like that, and it's not really the European or North American world where everything is structured and controlled. Yeah, I mean, it's fine when you are not so controlled, but as well you need to, you yourself, control the people and check the people with whom you work. But basically, if you want to do any commercial activity, it gets complicated. If you think, for example, that you will come here and open a small business because you are some kind of specialist, or you are, for example, a dentist, and you will open a dentist office and so on, and you want to have it on your own, it will not be so easy, in the sense that I'm saying that out like that, openly. It's good when countries are racists, meaning they protect really their own businesses, and that's what it is in all continents except for Europe, and that's very bad for Europe. I'm not against any immigrants. If somebody is a legal immigrant in Europe, that's fine, but if he's not, and also social help is much too big. But here, for example, in Peru, we are part of that continent where it's a lot of racists, and that's fine, it's correct. Meaning that you cannot really come over here with your, for example, I don't know, Polish or German passport and open your small business. The fact is that they are really not so logical, because they will tell you, okay, you can open that small business or your small association, even charity, but if you want to do some commercial activity, if you want to open that, you need carnet extranjería, so you need the residence card. Yeah, but you will tell them, but I want to do my business to have the residence card. Yeah? No. It doesn't work like that. So what are your options? You can get married. Maybe even you can pay somebody. I don't know. I'm saying that, but I will not give more details for a moment. You can get married, and therefore you will get the residence card, and therefore you can do whatever you want. You can work, or you can have your business. Or you can do nothing at all, depending. If you've got a good partner. Or you can find a contract and do both. Meaning hire, somebody can hire you, and normally it's good. You need to be a good specialist normally. But even if you come over here, chances are you will find a job, and simply you will find a contract, and you need to work some time for your residence card, and then you can open a business. Yeah, so you can do that. There is an option. So get married, have a contract, work here simply on a contract, and then have a business. Or what many people also do, you can find a lawyer. That's what I'm saying, but find a good lawyer. You can pay him. And I'm saying lawyer because you can find any person who can open the business on himself, but your business with your name and so on and so on, hire you inside and then transfer it on you after some time. There is a time when you can transfer that to some other person. And then when you've got your business, I think it's like half a year or a year, depending on the business, in fact. And after that, you can have your own business on your name, and that's how you do your residence card. Now, I'm saying the lawyer because it's very risky to do it with anybody, like from the street. Yeah, even if it's your friend, it can be friend or friend. Especially if it's a Peruvian person, be careful. I would rather say if you're a European, work with Europeans, do businesses with Europeans, and be careful. But if you know somebody very well, or you get to know somebody in Europe, or you just kind of get to know somebody well, that's fine. If this person has, for example, a residence card, or this person has a passport already, then he can help you. Yeah, open the business on his name and then transfer it on to you. Yeah, so there is such a legal way. But if it's not your friend, if it's not your friend, then it can be a lawyer, and you need to pay the lawyer, and it goes. It can be. It starts from a few thousands of Peruvian soles. Depends on what it is and what it demands, but that's a way it can be done. Or if you've got really a lot of money, it's just like with the foundation. You have your passport, you come here, you say, I'm a big company, for example, in another country, and I just want to have a filial here. I want to open a big company here, and you can kind of go to Lima and kind of go to a big notary office over there and say, I want to open a big business over there, and I put a lot of money. They will let you do it with your passport as well, of course, because money is everything here in Latin world, in Latin America. So it's like that. And I think that's it. Anybody wants any more information, yeah, just write me. And I will continue with those topics and later on, and the next topic I think will be let's switch, let's change. Maybe I will talk about education in Peru. Bye bye.